Welcome back, family. Hey, so today we are covering the top 10 list that was just released on Covrprice of the hottest books in the comic book industry. We're going to break down and decide whether or not they are worth an investment or worth avoiding. And then at the end, we will give our gun to the head. We have to pick one. Pick. Ooh, he's got the gunshot sound and everything right. So I'm Rich. This is my cohort in crime, Greg. What's up, buddy?
Yes.
How you doing today?
Oh, doing. It's a Monday.
Yeah. We literally just logged on, hit Skype, and started recording. We didn't even talk to each other to see how we were doing today.
We started chit-chatting, and then Rich was like, save it for the video. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Content
keep
is
it fresh
king.
and original. So I'm currently, right now, looking at the top 10 for the first time. And honestly, there's one book on here I have no idea why. I have a rough idea why, but we'll have to get into it. Are you ready to go into the top 10 and discuss them, sir?
Man, I cannot. Let's dive in right now.
All right, so coming in at number 10 on the Covrprice top 10 for the hottest books, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 209 from October of 1980. First appearance and origin of Calypso.
Yes.
Who the hell's Calypso?
Calypso is a Haitian woman and practitioner of voodoo. Ariana DeBose confirmed to play Calypso.
In the movie, Craven movie.
I believe so, because Craven's there on the cover.
Okie dokie. So let's see. What do we got for recent sales? We got 619. We have a 9.8 sale for $260. We have Raw's selling most recent sale, what, $44? Really? Okay, so in my opinion, this is a secondary character, which never does well.
Yep.
This is a movie that I don't think is going to do well.
I hope it does.
I hope it does too, but I was just watching a video on Screen Crush about why the Flash flopped. Why the Flash flopped.
Okay.
And one of the reasons, and I agree, is superhero fatigue. Not your comic book readers, but I think your general audiences are just like, no, okay, I'm tired of this already.
I keep hearing that. But how do you do that if it's a superhero movie?
I don't see legs on this particular comic book.
No.
I mean, a secondary character, $44 for a Raw. No.
No, I would rather save another $44 and get, I don't know, Spider-Man 7 or something. 9.8.
I mean, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. It has a 7-day trend of up 165%. Okay, so look at the value of what it was before this trend. That's the true interest in the book.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I think the movie's not going to do well, unfortunately, and like you said, it's a second-tier character, which never really hold their value. And I keep thinking about Bill Murray in Ant-Man. There was about a week where that book was hot and just went away.
Well, I mean, even a more mainstream character, the first appearance of Nebula, it does not hold value.
No, that's right.
And I love Nebula.
Yeah.
So I personally, I'm not interested in this book, and I would advise against it.
Agreed.
Moving up to number 9, we have Transformers. Number 11 is the first appearance of Jetfire, because in the Void Rivals number 1, and it's shown that they are merging the universe of the Transformers and G.I. Joe, and they put Jetfire in there in the comic book, and he's also on the cover of the 1-100, which is why that book is shooting up in value. And since this is the first appearance of that particular character, it's got a lot of momentary interest.
Yeah.
So, if it was the first appearance of Optimus or one of the main characters, I get that. But this is Jetfire.
I think our advice from last week holds, see if you can find it in a bin.
Yep. Exactly. And I looked at. I did look.
You?
I did look, and nope, there were none there.
Aw.
Dang it! But yeah, I wouldn't go and spend the. What's this going for in a
I was
Raw
just
now?
gonna say we almost did it again, like we did last week. Very fine. Looks like it's going for $8, which is fine. I think that's acceptable.
Yeah, I would try to find something. I think that you're going to find a lot of graded copies coming out in the next 3 months. Everybody's sending these in. They pulled them out of their boxes. They're like, "Ooh, this one's pretty good. I'm going to send it in." Those very fines. You're going to find a lot of books that are like near mint that did not pass a pre-screen.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And I think you'll get those for $8 before you get a very fine, if you want it. I don't see this one also having legs.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yes, sir.
Number 8, Coyotes, number 1 from Image Comics 2017. This is because we have option news of Selena Gomez and
Jordan Peele. Yep.
Are co-producers. Last week I wasn't sure if Selena Gomez was going to be in it. Nope, she's actually just co-producing this particular show.
Oh, okay. You found out.
Yep. So we don't have any casting. We don't even have writers for the show. Yes, it's a comic book. It's already written, but a screenplay, a version that will be on screen, has to be written. There's a writer strike.
Yeah, this is...
And soon to be an actor strike. So even though this is in development, we are at least 2 years, possibly 3 away from this. Do not jump into this one. Keep in touch with our channel for the Remember Me's, and we'll let you know when to get this book.
Yeah, I mean, in a year or even 2, somebody will be like tired of waiting for it, I bet, because I've been there. And they're just like, I just want to get this out of my collection, collect my $30 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you'll be able to get one for way less than even its fair market value of 94, which I think is lagging because the last sale was 125. So...
And there is a second printing of this, which there is less, but there are purists that only go for the first printing. I don't know which one in the long run will win out as far as the most expensive. But even if you get this at its low point, bear in mind that when this comes to screen, when the trailer hits, it could be like The Last of Us, where it's going to hit its point and then come right back down again.
I'm just checking the census to see if there's any change from last week. Because I remember, I think there was like 37 or something. Oh.
You think that people are like fast tracking or
just
through to
to
take advantage of the volatility?
Yeah, I'm just curious. There's 39 total copies graded. I can't remember if that's what it was or maybe there's 2 more copies now. But either way, no significant change yet. But
soon to be.
We'll see.
Yeah, but wait 6 months on this book. It'll drop off of everybody's radar, and you'll find them all over the place.
Oh, for sure.
Coming at number 7, The Sickness from Uncivilized Comics. It's so uncivilized. Oh, my God. I was trying to read this, but I was out of Grey Poupon.
I'm surprised it's still on here, honestly.
Well, it's because of its rarity, and people are trying to figure out where can I get a copy.
Yeah.
Now, there's a couple of things. The artwork in it, from what I understand, is just spooky. It's scary how good it is. The line drawings and everything else. But we got one big problem with this book. Issue number 2 is not coming out to December.
Jeez.
All interest in this is going to dry up. There have been a few other books that have had this kind of problem, which has killed the value of number 1. If you don't keep the interest of the readers, it will not keep the interest in the market.
Yeah. Huh. That's a long time.
Yeah. I don't think that they were expecting to do so well.
No.
That's the problem.
That's probably why, yeah.
Well, I mean, I've worked for bosses in the past that have told me about, like I was a production manager trying to plan things, and I'm a very pragmatic, cynical person. So I know how things historically run, and I schedule based on that, which means in a worst case scenario, I'm going to hit my deadlines. In the best case, I'm going to be ahead of time. it pays to be a pessimist. But I got chastised for the fact that I was not planning for success. I'm like, look, I got the material here. I have the people here. If we get it done, we can start the next job. Fantastic. But if not, my customers are not going to be aggravated because I'm either going to hit their date or be early.
Yeah.
So, this is one of those ones where I think that they should have planned for success with their comic book, though, and been at least ready with issue number 2.
Yeah, have a couple in the, as I like to say, in the can.
Yep. Which we're trying to do as a channel from now on.
Yeah.
Not telling you what, but we're trying. All right, moving on to number 6. This is a book that always hits. This is a hot book forever. This is a key. I'm sorry, you might not like all the homages, but the original book is still beautiful.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just getting. It's
Okay.
like an amazing song, but it just gets played too much on the radio. You know.
Love Shack, B-52s. Heard it this morning.
Sure.
Anyway, Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8. The first appearance, well, the origin, actually, of the black suit / symbiote, which later becomes Venom. The first appearance was actually Spider-Man 252, which is not on this list, interestingly enough.
Yeah, it's more affordable.
It was a higher print.
Water's wet. You know.
So, let's see. What do we have here as far as prices? Why is this hitting? We have a 7-day trend of up 105%.
I don't know what's going on.
I assume that's got to be sales and not value. I don't see this book has doubled in value. Very highly homage book. We have highest recorded sale of a 9.9, 16,800. There is a 10 that sold in 2019 for $14,000.
Jeez.
Okay. Now down to us common folk. 9.2s, fair market value, $249. Last sale, $276. 9.4 up. 9.6 up a little bit. It seems like everything. No, the 8.5 is down. 8.0 is up from fair market value. But your raws are selling for $156. I don't know of any specific news.
I don't either. Yeah, there's just I've noticed a rash of more of them being posted on Reddit as well for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a weird wave right now.
Well, I mean, we're hitting a lot of different markets with this. We're getting Spider-Man fans, we're getting Venom fans, we're getting speculators of what's going to happen with the MCU, the Sonyverse, the Spider-Verse, the Venomverse. This is a book that I think everybody should have in their collection, but it goes up and down. It overall trends up. It does. But I would not get it when it's hot.
No. Is there a book that you would get that when it was hot? At first I was asking jokingly, but then I was like, actually, it's got to be something where like it's getting hot, I guess. You get it, get in before it gets too hot, like you did with Something Killing the Children.
Yeah, but actually, you know what? I was thinking of like when it was hot, and I wish I'd gotten it even at that point because now it's worth more. Daredevil #1.
Yeah.
That the answer to your question is Silver Age keys. Silver or Golden Age keys. Because even if they're hot, they're still going to trend upward forever.
That's true.
Anyway, I have a 9.2 on this, which I was happy to get. But would I love to have a higher grade? Of course, who wouldn't? It seems to be still selling around for what it has been. I don't know what has driven it onto the top 10. But if you don't have this in your collection, you're always looking for it at a show at a good deal. Keep looking.
It could be
you might find it.
It could be a slow week too, just in general, and maybe these kinds of books are rising up.
Yep.
But this is the part of the show where we thank our patrons.
Yes.
There's 10 of you, and we appreciate you greatly. Check it out.
Yep. And I'm going to... Yes, our Patreon members, just to let you know, I am going to be packaging up those Vanish books. Start getting them ready for the shuffle and ship.
S&S.
Coming in at number 5, we have a book that has been on this list now for the last 2.5 months.
It's my boy, Spider.
Man, number 7, the Humberto Ramos top secret spoiler. First appearance of Spider Boy.
A.K.A. Bailey Briggs.
Yes. Boy, there's so much controversy in that release of that name. Most recent sale of a 9.8. $89.
Ooh, you're officially losing money now. What a loser you are.
I paid $89 with free shipping.
I thought you paid $90.
$89.99. Okay, so I've lost 99 cents.
Loser.
I'm sure that 89 had shipping. Anyway, but raws are still going for in the $27 range. So, $27 to $30 range. So, that's actually pretty good. If you could, it's a brand new book. If you find a mint perfect copy for $30 and you decide you wanted to send it into CGC and spend the extra $50 and hope you get a 9.8, by all means, save the $9. And when I say $50, I'm saying shipping there, shipping back. You have to keep that in mind. It's not just the cost of grading.
Yeah, even the one book, if you ship out one book and ship back one book, it's probably about $30 total shipping.
Yeah.
On top of whatever you pay.
So, I personally think that right now the market is being saturated with all the 9.8s that are coming back from CGC. And I think this price is actually going to go back up a little bit. I think it's going to rebound from this once those bargain hunters and people are like, I just got I got 25 of them back and I'm going to sell them real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When they're gone and it starts to dry up, it'll go up a little bit. That being said, it is only if the character and the storylines merit it.
It's true.
And we're only 2 months in, so I can't tell if this is the second coming of Tosin or the second coming of Miles Morales.
Miles Morales.
Because you have a couple 9.8s, that's why.
Are you accusing me?
No, I'm
No.
praising you for having two.
No, it's true, though. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's that way. We'll see.
I mean, the last couple of weeks I've been saying that the 110, 115 mark was as low as I thought it was going to go, and I was advising to buy it. If it's now down to 90, shows you that I don't know everything. I'm sorry.
I mean, I still don't think it was a bad buy.
No. I think in the long run it'll be higher. A lot of people are now seeing on previews guide, oh, secret variant, gotta buy it. It's when everybody orders that, then all of a sudden now it's not a super hot book anymore. Get it if you want it. It's a good price. 9.8 is not bad. Really can't go too wrong with it. Even if it drops in value, it's still not going to go below 50, 60. So it's not like you're going and spending $90 on a book that's going to be worth $5. So
Yeah.
Coming in number 4, War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, number 1.
First appearances of Luna Snow, Wave, Crescent, and EO. First U.S. appearance of Arrow Swordmaster cameo on the cover.
So, I don't know what is specifically driving this. If one of these characters is Skrull related, I don't know. This is a book that's been on the list, off the list, on the list, off the list. What's in your hand there?
This is the first ongoing Arrow #1 second print, and this is the only 9.8 on the CBCS census.
Ooh, check you out, Mr. Posh.
Nobody wants to buy it, I assure you.
Yeah, this is, to me, this kind of reminds me of the Ghost Rider first appearance of the
Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns, thank you. This has been on and off this list so many times. And right now, when it's on the list and the prices go up, this is where a lot of people are like, oh, thank God I can finally sell this book that's been sitting in their collection, which is going to immediately drive the price down. So.
Is it?
I mean, this is not the first appearance of Emilia Clarke's character.
So, I think you can make a case for $80 as for a 9.8. That's not a bad deal for so many first appearances.
Okay. The last sale was at 90. Fair market is 84, so it's in that same ballpark.
I think that's okay. I mean, the next issue is also a first full appearance of Swordmaster. Okay, Swordmaster's, I believe, Chinese initially, and Marvel got the rights or something. So this is another one, and all of these characters, I believe, are Asian.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe there's I think there's for $80-$90, I don't think it's a terrible buy. I think there are better buys, but if you're speccing on these first appearances of these Asian heroes, it's not a terrible buy in my opinion.
Okay.
But
we'll move on to number 3.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Hulk Annual number 1. This is the Gary Frank from May of 2023. And apparently the new Hulk run has a first appearance of a character. And the Hulk Annual had a teaser of that first appearance. So I guess you'd say first appearance in cameo.
The Elder, I believe, was her name.
And see, a lot of people like the Hulk. A lot of people order the Hulks and everything else. But if you're subscribed to it on Previews Guide or anything else, it never includes the annuals. So unless you go in and click on it specifically, you're not going to get it. So the annuals always have a much lower print run.
Oh.
So, yeah, there's a lot of people that are Hulk fans that are, damn it, I didn't get this character. I didn't get this book. And they're out there trying to scrounge to pick this up right now.
Well, people. I'm sorry.
Good.
People thought that this was a like a preview of issue 1, so like literally like taking 5 pages from what it was going to be in issue 1 later, but it was actually a prelude story itself to the story that started at number 1. So that's another reason people didn't pick it up as well.
But it looks like to me that raw sales, the last raw sale was $13, and I don't know what a cover price on an annual was. Probably $5.99 for $6.
I can tell you here, $4.99.
Do it then. $4.99. I'm wrong. So we're looking at 2.6 times higher. Again, it's not a terrible thing if you could find a beautiful copy for $13 to grab one. But will it go anywhere? Only if the character does. Only if the story does. So, I haven't been reading the Hulk. I can't make any kind of prediction on what the character is going to be, how well it's going to be received. Will it cross over into other books? Yada, yada, yada.
This has been well received so far. It's written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, who's kind of a rising star.
Okay.
He's also writing the new Green Lantern run, and he was writing the Superman run for a while.
Okay.
Let me just double check to make sure I'm not lying.
You lie like a rug.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm right. I just was like, wow, he's writing for both big boys, both headlining books.
So he's writing for both DC and Marvel at the same time.
Yeah. Hulk, Green Lantern. He likes green.
Yeah, exactly. When he gets stuck by a red light, he's probably really pissed off.
Yeah.
If you've been reading it and you want to grab this character, again, $13 is not a killer price for a book that is normally $5. If it was $30, $40, $50, I'd say hang off. $13, if you want to roll the dice, I'd say go with it.
Yeah, I think that's about I think 15 or so is the cap for me of like a purely potential spec. Like we don't know too much about the eldest, so
Exactly.
yeah.
Coming at number 2, She-Hulk. Number 3, the first appearance of Bailey Briggs. Or is it the same Bailey Briggs or not? We
Murdered
don't
engineer
know.
who becomes a ghost.
Yes, and there's been a lot of God, JP's Budget Collecting and Comic Tom, and a lot of them have all said, look, in She-Hulk number 3, it's the first appearance of the character. He dies at the end of the episode, at the end of the issue. He's like middle-aged man.
Yeah,
But he does have red
He's got
hair.
a mustache.
Yeah. So some people are like, well, probably happened is they just forgot they used his name and they put it in the book again. I don't see that happening. I think that they've got to have, if not just the editors, the computer programs have got to have some kind of cross-reference going, excuse me, you've used this name before.
Yeah, I would find that really hard to believe if there was not either a true connection or I'm just trolling with you guys situation, because it's the same writer, Dan Slott.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is, but I do think it's intentional. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think it is. I think it is as well. Sorry, long day.
I know.
It's a Monday.
It is.
However, the price right now, the top weekly sale of a Raw for $50.
No.
Yeah, I think there's enough people that are questioning this right now that the prices are going to quickly drop. But I don't see that he did this as an error. I think that maybe this is like Cable, where it has a regular character and they also have the character as a baby, and who knows how they're going to put it in and say I'm cloned. It's just comic books. Anything can happen.
That's true. Absolutely.
I mean, soap operas have had people in comas with amnesia for the past 60 years. It still sells. So,
Yeah.
and if this does drop down to 10-15 and it does turn out to be the same Bailey Briggs, it's going to shoot back up again. So right now, hold, don't buy, wait for it to drop. Give it 2 weeks. It's going to come down quick.
Unless something gets revealed.
Right.
If something gets revealed, then to the moon.
Do you think that there's anybody that works in the printing department, in the distribution, that reads these comics and go, oh my God, I got to buy 100 copies or this is going to explode?
Yeah, I don't know.
And if so, can you just monitor what that person buys to know what you get?
That would be useful. That would be very useful. But I'm with you. I would let the dust settle for a little bit. Hopefully something isn't revealed in the next month or two. And then
I got mine for $29.99. By the way, it came in. It's a really nice copy. And I've got one non-color breaking tick that I'm pressing out right now. And I think I may have a 9A candidate. Well, if I send it to CGC. If I send it to CPCS, it's going to come back as a 6.5.
Seriously, do you see this?
Yes. It's an ice cream scoop from hell.
I bought this from Immaculate Comics, and it's it heats up to exactly the right temperature, and it's something I can use to do spot pressing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm excited to use that.
Like for the spines and everything?
Yeah, or just like tiny, dents in the cover or something, just something that needs like precise attention.
Is it chargeable, like cordless?
No, it's very I don't want to say
Old school?
yeah, and it's just
Looks like a soldering iron with a funky tip.
like there's no switch. You just plug it in.
It's a soldering iron with a funky tip. Okay.
And like the prongs don't even have holes in them. But
I mean, that's cool if you're at a show or something like that. You're like, yeah, I want to press this to see if it gets any better. Let me run to the wall and plug in. I'll be back in 15 minutes.
if I can press this bitch out, I'll pay you.
Yeah, right. If you can press this bitch out, I'm not selling it. Coming in at number 1, Spider-Man 2099, number 1.
Wow, man. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Well, considering that it dethrones She-Hulk number 3, which is a questionable book. Spider-Man 2099.
Not.
I'm glad to see this hit the list. I don't mean to talk bad about the Flash. I'm sorry,
Oh my God.
but the Flash had like a 72% drop off in week 2 ticket sales. You know what movie recaptured number 1 at the box office?
What?
Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, I would have never guessed.
I know, right?
No.
Yeah. So, because this is actually it really is a great movie, and the character Spider-Man 2099 is a major character, is going to play a major role in the next film. So, it's merited what's going on with the book. That being said, price wise,
It's quite affordable. Jeez.
because there's a lot of them.
Look at that. Wow. Okay, wait. There's some disparity here. 108 for fair market value, but the last sale was yesterday for 150.
Right. Which means that it's selling about 50% higher, 40% higher than its actual fair market value because of all the hype in the movies. We're going to have a dip in price. Unlike other movies, though, we have the next movie coming out in spring, March of 2024.
Yeah.
So this movie's still in the movie theater, doing well. Then it's going to come to streaming. Then it's going to die off a very short period of time before the trailer for the next movie comes out. So, we got to figure out when the trailer is going to drop. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the end of October, early November World Series.
My only concern is that there's been a lot of reporting lately that the animators were worked to death for this. And
Okay.
I wonder if they're going to be they're going to miss their window and maybe go into the summer, like a year from now, maybe, because of that. But
That would actually work in our benefit as a buyer.
yeah, I mean, you would have like the whole early fall, late summer to find a nice copy.
Yes. Now, let's just say you missed that window and the trailer comes out for the next movie.
Ooh.
This book is going to go up in price. But will Spider-Man 2099 be relevant after the next Spider-Verse movie? And I don't think so.
No. I think this is a great, if you want to just make some cash, get a 9.8 in a month or in a few months, and then sell it when that trailer hits.
Right. And then if you really want one for your collection, wait for 3 months after the third film, it's going to drop down. But for your collection, wrong time. For even just for making money, not the right time. Overall investability of the book, not there. Too many printed.
You could also just buy 2 when it's kind of low in the end of summer.
Keep one and sell one.
Yeah.
I did that actually with MetaZoo. I bought 2 copies. A couple months later, I sold one for more than I paid for both copies, and the other one just stayed in my collection.
That's as sweet as it gets.
Yep. So it's like I got a good book, which is limited to 1,000 for free.
Love it.
So, all right, time for give me that gun set. Ah, yes, I love it. Gun to my head, your head, our head. Which book out of this top 10 would we purchase if we had to at current market values, and why? Yeah, exactly.
All right. I don't love anything on this list. Well,
Wait, so it's like you're just saying what's in my mind, but go ahead. Let's see if you continue the thought.
nothing on the bottom row. 10 through 6. Nah. Reviewing numbers here. Okay. 13. Man, I don't know. All right, you know, I'm gonna play Greg. I'm gonna play conservative. I'll go with the Hulk annual, $13.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. That was without a doubt because there's nothing on this list that really jumps out at me as a great investment. If I have to buy one, I'm going to buy the cheapest one on this list at $13 and hope for the best. And if I lose, I lost $13. I don't care.
Yes.
I'd even go up to $15 on this because it's hot, but that's about it. If I had to take a second book as a secondary at $89, I already spent the money. I'd do it again. I would buy a Spider-Man #7 Umberto Ramos in a 9.8.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
So.
Oh man, that's so funny. That's happened a couple times lately.
That we've picked the same books?
Twice, like on the same night.
I think that it's imperative, though, that if we both pick the same book, we give a backup. So this way we're at least supplying the viewers with two possibilities.
I'm there, yeah. Yeah. I don't. The only other thing I would pick maybe is maybe a $30 She-Hulk 3 if I could find one for $30.
For 30, if you just say, yeah, I'm going to buy that one, and then stall for a week or two.
Yeah.
I don't even think that next week we're going to see She-Hulk #3 on this list. And I think we're going to see a decrease of the amount of Spider books. We're already starting to see a decrease.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I'm curious if Transformers is going to be there. Oh, we should add a new little thing to our nightly our weekly show. What books do we think are going to fall off the list?
Okay, so I'm going to predict the book that falls off completely off the list.
Yeah.
Coyotes #1.
I almost said that.
And do you have a prediction of what book will jump onto the list?
Oh, that's significantly harder. If I knew
Secret
that,
Invasion
I wouldn't say because I would go buy them all.
Secret Invasion #1.
Maybe. You hope.
I don't have it. I have the incentive, which
Yeah, but I think rising tide, raises all boats. I think I'm going to guess the sickness falls off.
that's a very good possibility. It's at #7 right now, and people are realizing that they got to wait 6 months for issue #2.
I was going to say coyotes or sickness, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Bonus segment.
Should we wrap this up?
Let's do it.
Because we have another video to record tonight.
Mm-hmm.
More content for you guys to enjoy. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Do not forget to click like and subscribe. Click on those notifications so you know when we have more videos dropping. Check us out on Instagram, Team Ohana Family. Patreon, where we have so much bonus content and free books for only $3 a month. It's a money-losing proposition for us. We don't care. We're just trying to have some fun and have you along for the ride. That is at Patreon-Team Ohana.
I also wanted to point out I uploaded 2 new T-shirt designs today to the Etsy store.
Oh, I got to check them out.
You may have seen one of them on my GalaxyCon or AwesomeCon video, Silver Surfer, using the chemical table sign with the word surfer under it.
Ah, cool.
And I also made one for Booster Gold. So it says Booster and then it's AU under it. So check those out if you're so inclined.
Awesome. I got to check them out myself. I didn't see them yet.
Yeah, I just put them up this afternoon.
See, you guys are knowing finding out stuff before me. But actually, since this is recorded, I knew it before you.
Ooh.
Guys, thanks for joining us. We'll check you out in the next video. Until we see you there, though, mahalo.